everyone, Michelle here from Snazzy Scrappin' today, showing you all the great uses that you can get out of Jac Paper. Now, this is the Jac Paper in the sheet, comes in an A4 sheet. Originally, that's the only way it came. You could get that in photo splits nearly 20 years ago. And then now a lot of people are using it in the roll. So same product, just different uses. And as we go along today, I'll show you which way I think it's best to use either the sheet or the roll. So the first thing we're going to do is make a serviette card. Now, it may seem like I'm going pretty quick as I go along, but I've got a lot to show you. So when you make a serviette card, I always cut out the mat first. So I've got the mat there ready to go, and this is the serviette I'm going to use today. So of course you'll get 4 designs in your serviette. So I'm just going to cut one of those out, and that leaves us with this part. Now, the main thing you have to think about is how many layers there is, and a lot of the serviettes now are 3 layers. So what you do, I like to use the roll for this one. So you've got your, this is your piece that's going to have the serviette on it. So I just cut it just a little bit over the edge. If you do get to like close to the edge like I've done there and that, you can just trim that. So when that's done, you just peel the backing sheet off. Sometimes this can be a little bit tricky because the tape is so thin. Oh, I've got a little piece there, so I'll just do it this end. Oh, it doesn't want to come up today. Okay, there we go. Take the backing sheet off, and then just being careful where you want your design to go. So I'm going to make sure that I've got most of that. And then just smoothing it down. Now, you will get some texture marks in it, but that's okay. So then what you need to do, just carefully pick it up because the tape is really strong. And that's what it's designed for. You need to get under the paper so you can get the tape up. And I'm using a non-stick mat. And so it comes off. Okay, so I've done that, and then you just turn it round and trim. Now you can trim, if you're finding that you don't have non-stick scissors, you can actually cut into the cardstock, and that means that you won't get any of the sticky on your scissors. So I'll just do that for this time. And then you can just pick up the rest. Now you could use that extra bit on another one if you wanted, but not today. Okay, so I'm left with my design. You can decorate it with a Wink Stella or clear glitter gel pen if you like. I like to ink around the edge just in case you've got a little bit of that you haven't cut properly. And then it's all ready to go onto your mat for the front of your card. And then I've used this one today out of this is our sentiment set, and that would just go on there like that. So that's the first idea, quick and easy. You can use the sheets for those because you can cut your sheet a little bit larger than the front page, the front piece, but very easy to do that idea. Now, the next idea we're going to do, I'm just going to show you how easy it is to use your dies, okay, and make them into to stick down for a sticker. So you can either use the roll, or I always use the roll for this one, but you can use the sheet as well. So all you do is put it on the back of the cardstock before you cut out, and then I'm just going to show you how you layer it. So you have your first plate. Mine are a bit curved, but that's okay, they still work. I put a metal shim. I put the Jac paper facing down with the cardstock on, my die, and then the top plate. So that's how it would run through. So when it comes out, this one I've done with our glitter paper, it's a sticker. So you've got it there ready to stick on to, that's the backing sheet. You just peel that off and you can stick it onto your card. So any intricate type ones like that works very, very quick and easy with. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you, this is a way to do gilding flakes. So I don't know whether many of you have seen gilding flakes before. We've got some coming in at the moment. I used to stock them all the time, but sort of didn't. And this is one using the dies and Jac paper with the gilding flakes. So I'm actually going to use foil and gilding flakes today, just to show you the difference in the things. So I'll do the foil bit first. So what I'm going to do is, I've actually just cut these straight out of the Jac paper sheet. So I've put the die down and just cut those words straight out. So then I've peeled the back off them, and you'll notice here when I peel the front off, you're left with just the word. Now you've got to be very careful with this because you can see it's lifted up a little bit. It won't stick until you've actually done the bit. So what you do is you lay your foil over and just give it a nice rub, and then peel the back. Now this one I've used as a deco foil, but you can also use, I'm going to show you one with the Go Press foil. Okay, so I've done that one, and then I'll peel the happy birthday off as well. Now I could have probably done this wording with gilding flakes as well, but when you see how you apply the gilding flakes and the tool that you use, sometimes it's not going to, I think it would take up the word. So how easy is that? So what we're going to do then, just find my tool for the gilding flakes. Anyway, so what you need to do is make sure that you've got a piece of paper under here to catch your gilding flakes, and don't use the air conditioner because they go everywhere. Okay, so you just peel this backing sheet off. Now I've pre-cut this one because I want it to be like the other one I've done there, where it's a set space. So I'm going to put that down, and I've cut this card base out with our slimline die set. Okay, so just peeling the back off, and you're left with, this one doesn't want to come, that's in, your stickiness. So what I've done today, this is one how I've put the Jac paper on the back and I've cut it out. But when you're doing this technique with your gilding flakes, you do not need to put Jac paper on the back, and I'll show you why. So you've got your die cut, and I'm going to put that in where I want it, and just make sure that it's stuck down. So then what you do then, you've got your gilding flakes, and these just fly everywhere. So don't use them with your non-stick mat because they're static and they will stick to it. So put a piece of paper underneath because you can put them back into that tin. So what you do first is you tap them down, okay? So we'll get one part of them on, and then you quite vigorously drag your tool across them until you've got it all over them. Now you'll end up with, you'll see quite a few left, and some have gone onto my non-stick mat, so they might end up on the floor. But how easy is that? You can also do that type of thing with glitter, and we'll be having a look at that today. So you can just rub off the excess, and you're left with that lovely background like that. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh. And make sure you rub off the rest as well. It doesn't get hooked in there. Okay, so then all you need to do, put them back on your piece of paper. Be very clever, you can get them back into the container and then put the lid on. It's a bit like glitter, you'll have it everywhere for days, but it is good. Now, the next one I'm going to do, next thing I'm going to show you is how to make stickers out of Jac paper. Now, one lady that bought the sheet off me, she's been trying to make some stickers, and so this part is especially for her. Now, you can do it either two ways. So if you've got the roll, you can put a piece on the back, and this will actually punch out. So it'll punch out through. So if you're using a punch, and you've got the backing is on there ready to stick. So this one though, because she bought the sheets, I'm going to use the sheet on this one. So I'll just grab a piece. So you've got your piece, I've just printed that off a computer. And then you just peel the back off this. I'm going to be an expert in this by the end of today. So just peeling the back off it. Okay, there we go. And then on the back, put it down, and you'll see that's the backing sheet there. Cut it out. So if you have a die to cut out, you can use a die. I'm using my little non-stick scissors. These ones are Crafter's Companion, which which I've only just recently bought. I'm not real, they're great scissors, but they pinch you. So these were my original ones that I bought, and if anyone knows the brand, those ones, please comment on the video, because I'd love another pair of those ones, because I've pinched myself quite a bit on this one. So there we go, it's on the back, and then you just peel the back off and you've made yourself your own homemade stickers. So very easy, very quick to do. Okay, let's move on. So the next thing I'm going to do is show you, I've just done a little bit of that foiling before, but I just wanted to do it with a die. So this is using the Go Press foil, and I've just cut that straight out of the, you must use the sheets for this one. I've cut it straight out of the sheet, and I did that beforehand so it wouldn't take a long time. Now you've got to be very careful, especially with that gilding flake. Look what that did, naughty thing. Anyway, lifting it up because it's intricate. Make sure that it's still sticking down. And don't think that you can lift them all up and do them in one sheet, because you need to have control when you're doing fiddly things like this. And it's easier to do them in 3 separate bits. So you've done that. Of course, I'm going to get a little gold tip there, aren't I, because of that naughty gilding flake. But you can see, I don't know whether you can see there where the designs come through. So you just make sure that it's all there. And there we had that. Now see how you've got little bits there that, you know, you've still got a little bit. You can go back and just do it again, and it'll do it over and over again. So if you do miss a little bit, I never throw out my bits of foil that have been used, because you can just go over and you can make rainbow type things and all different, just use a different part of it. But just make sure you press down really firmly when you're doing it. And you can also use your foil, of course, you can print out on your computer, like, and then just put it through the laminator if you want to heat set it. Maybe I'll have to do that another day. Okay, so, and this one, because you've got that foiled effect, that would look lovely mounted on the mirror board that we sell. How good is that? But you'll notice that I've missed a little bit there, but you can go back like I did in that one there and just keep on going over it, and you'll get a perfect one there in the end. Now, our next thing I'm going to show you, this is using glitter. And we all love glitter, especially in our hair. Okay, so this one is using the fine microfine glitter and your peel off stickers. So this one I've also used the sheet, because you need to have it cut out beforehand so you know exactly the right size, and that's where the sheets are easier than your roll. I mainly use the roll for Serviette cards and doing the back of dice before I cut them out to make them a sticker, because I don't want to have to put little bits of glue and everything. Oh, my eyes are going cross-eyed now. Okay, so I've cut that perfectly so it will fit inside the square. Now we need a piece of paper for our glitter, of course, and today I'm going to use my Copic markers as well. So I've done that. I'm going to use the little teapot peel off sticker, So you just get the teapot. Now I always hold those for a second just so you know that they're going to settle, but you can use any type of peel off sticker and just make sure that it is sticking down. There's a little gilding flake there again. Boy, I should have done them last. Your fingers aren't going to stick to it, but just make sure those are down, and we might use a cup as well. Okay, so what you do now is you just cover the whole, get that off there, area with your microfine glitter. I might have bits and pieces of stuff in this because I've used it for a lot of different things, but I always like to go like that. So you know you've got good coverage. So you can see there that I've got really good coverage, and that can just all go back into your container for next time, or a little bit on the mat there. Okay, so once you've got that done like that, all I've done then is colour in with your alcohol markers. Now, if you get a little bit on the tip there, just go like that on your paper, and you just colour in as you go until you get something like this. Okay, another quick and easy tip. Now the next one I'm going to show you. Some of you may already have done this one numerous times, but this one is using lace. So again, I'm using the sheet, and I've also pre-inked around the edge of the main piece of card. So that's my piece of card that I'm going to use on the front, and I've made my mat as well. These certainly are, I haven't used the sheets for a long time, I will admit, because I usually use the roll, and I don't have any fingernails, so some people with nice little fingernails might be able to do it better, and I have poor eyesight. Okay, so I'm going to put that, and I'm going to try and get it so it's just got a little edge. Okay, so once you've got it down, it's easy to get the backing sheet up. You've just got to separate those two sheets. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a piece of lace, and I bought this at Spotlight. Now you can use this over and over again, so don't throw it out. Okay, so you just put the lace down, and it's, make sure that you really press down so it's secure. And this is like, you're using it like a mask. So the first thing we're going to do is just go all over with our white type glitter. I'd forgotten about this technique, and Sharon, I was telling Sharon on our design team that I was going to do a little video about the uses of Jac Paper, and she said, oh, don't forget the lace technique. And so I whipped up to Spotlight to get some lace because I couldn't find, you know how you've got your craft room but you can't find what you had years ago. Okay, so that's the white one. Now I've turned my piece of paper upside down to do the next colour. So then all you do is peel off your lace, and you'll see you'll be able to use that next time. And then we go with our other colour over the top. And I like to give it a swirl in it just to make sure that it picks it all up, and you'll see that it's left the impression of the lace on there. How beautiful is that? So don't worry if one little bit doesn't come out or turn out or something like that, because you can always do a sentiment to go over it. So what I've done, I've already got tape on the back to finish my card. Peel the back off those. Put it on the mat. Used a nice piece of pansy basil. Ready to go on the front of your card, and I've used this one's out of our sentiment set. Again, this sentiment set, it's that one, and the best wishes comes from our sentiment set 2 stamp set. So there you go, using the lace. So another little idea that you can do with glitter, this one's a great idea to do with kids, if you've got kids that want to do something all the time. So I've made this tag and I've pre-cut a piece of Jac paper. So I'll just peel the back off. And I often did this one at school with the kids that I taught at school. So I've cut that so it's perfectly going to sit in there like that. Now what I've done is I've cut a whole heap of little pieces of paper, and you'll see they're sort of just all different shapes, and all you need to do this, and you can do this on a whole card front if you like, and it's just very easy. So we're going to mosaic it, so it doesn't matter as long as you don't go outside of the Jac paper, because then it's not going to stick down. So you just put them wherever you like, and making sure that you've got a little bit of the Jac paper in between, so that will make the effect better. So you just cover the whole lot, and of course, you know, with kids they're going to put one piece that overlaps and that, but it doesn't really matter. It still looks good, and they love working with glitter. So if you've got grandkids or you do teach at a school, this is something that's quick and easy, and you can do it Christmas themed or whatever you like. That one's going to be the same as that one. I'll put a pink one there. So when you've got it done, it's all there. Now, if you need to stick something down with Jac paper, you can use the backing sheet, because it's not going to stick to it, okay? So you just get the backing sheet and make sure they're all stuck down, and then all you need to do then is just cover with your glitter. I'm going to have glitter everywhere by the end of the day, and make sure you've got it on all your little bits. I'll get that out of the way, and so it's done there. Now if you have left a little gap there like I have there with the Jac paper, you can trim that. So then I'm just using one of our purple metallic pens, so they're very easy. You just colour in any silver or gold sticker there that you've got, just colour it in, or just leave it for 1 second there, and then we'll just peel it off in a second. Now I'll just show you. So anything like this little one that's just been cut out, the teddy bear with Jac paper, You can just peel the back. You can use glitter, flake, foil, the whole lot. So just while we're waiting for that, it would be dry now, but I'll just show you this one. We'll make a pink teddy. I can get this backing sheet off. This is the hardest thing to do when you're getting, because you've got to make sure that you don't actually get the front sheet like then, because, oh, it wouldn't matter in this one because it's not a word, but when you're doing words, yeah, so that's like that. And then of course the foil, press it down, give it a nice press. This is a deco foil, this one. Up. And peel it off. So see where you've still got little bits there? You can just go over it again, wherever you've got a bit that's not covered, and it'll make it stick to it. And that, but very quick and very easy to make. So this one, you just peel your sticker off and you'll see that now it's purple, not silver. And we're just going to put a happy Easter, because Easter's nearly upon us, because Christmas is nearly gone, and our bunny. So that's another easy idea, and you can just swish off all the excess glitter. So the last thing I'm going to show you, this is the other thing that I like doing with the Jac Paper. I'll just get rid of the mess. I've half made this easel card, so that's with our creator card die set. I've only used the 3 dies out of the, I think there's 6 in that set. So I cut the card base and I've made the card easel one like this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a little post-it note holder with it. So I've already got this piece, and this is why I like the Jac Paper, because it covers a wide variety. If I just put 2 strips on there, it's not as strong. So I'm just going to put this on the back of my post-it notes, and then this one. Make sure you've got it up the right way. Center it. Now with the easel card, of course, it depends, how far it sits up depends on where you put your thing on the base. And of course I'm going to do the post-it notes. They're going to keep this in the easel card there. So then that's got that in place. Also going to use a piece to put my little calendar on. So and these would be lovely little gifts for Christmas. Very quick and easy to make with our creator card die sets. And this one's the easel card. Oh, I'm starting to go cross-eyed. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So just put that on the back of the calendar. Once you've got it on there, you'll see. If you go to get it off and you're taking all of it off, you need to just press it down a little bit more so the bottom sheet is secure. Put that on there. Now if I lay that flat, I'll see exactly where I'm going to put it. And these are quite good to send in the mail because they're less than 2 centimeters thick. So Oh, I think I stuck that on crooked. Oh, this is going to be hard. You might have a second if you're lucky. Okay, so there it is, and then you'll see there that it's perfect fit to make our little post-it note thing. So I hope you've enjoyed that today and you've learnt lots of things. There's been the foiling, the glitter, lots of glitter. There's been the flake, so I hope you enjoyed the Gilding Flakes and the Serviette cards. So all quick, all easy to use with the Jac Paper, and don't forget you can get it in the roll or the sheet. Okay, have a lovely day. Bye.